Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Alexis Ware, filling in for Terry Stiles. Alongside me, co-anchor Jim Hughes. Thanks for joining me, Jim.
Thank you, Alexis, and hi, everybody. This week in Oxford News, a drive-through trick-or-treating, school of choice closed, and the Wildcat playoff fever.
All that and more. The news begins right now. Oxford families will soon have a limited time frame for students to transfer between in-person and virtual learning for the spring semester at Oxford schools. Whether families wish to transfer from an in-person school to Oxford Virtual Academy or the other way around, parents must submit transfer requests to the building administration between the dates of November 2nd and November 13th. This will be the last opportunity to switch schools for the rest of the 2020-2021 school year. District Superintendent Tim Throne wrote to parents in a district-wide communication earlier this month, voicing the realistic concerns that schools have stated. While we are not comfortable going back on this promise, I must be honest with you, we have concerns. At the recent September school board meeting, Throne explained that the amount of work administration put in over the summer to start school this fall, they have to do it again for the start of the second semester. At the recommendation of Throne, the school board also decided to close school of choice enrollment for the spring semester. Historically, Oxford has been open to school of choice for the spring semester. However, as we know nothing about this school year, they have been predictable to this point.
In other news, Oakland County Health Division recently launched a new program to vaccinate homebound residents 65 years and older for influenza in the homes. The program started this past Tuesday. Important to note, appointments are required for this service. Now, as we know, flu and COVID are both respiratory illnesses, but they are caused by different viruses. Getting a flu vaccine will not protect against COVID-19. However, the flu vaccine has many other benefits, which could include a reduced risk of flu-associated hospitalizations, as well as the ability to reduce the severity of the illness if you get the flu. The Health Division's nurse on call can be reached. Their number, I will repeat it twice, and I'm sure it'll show up in the bottom, 800-848-5533. That is 800-848-5533. Call now and schedule your appointment for your flu shot. Alexis?
Thanks, Jim. Colder weather is upon us. However, that doesn't mean football is over. As the end of the regular season came to a close, the Oxford last week, playoffs are looming right around the corner based on student enrollment size. Oxford was placed in Region 2, District 4 of the Michigan State High School Athletic Association playoffs, opening up against the division champion Clarkston Wolves, who went undefeated in the OAA Red Division. Kickoff takes place on the road on Friday, October 30th at 7 p.m. Head coach Zach Lyons Wildcats previously played at the Clarkston High School this season, falling 35-14 in the second game on the campaign on September 25th. Noteworthy attendance for this matchup will be limited to 1,000 fans, 500 from each school. Interested parties must purchase tickets ahead of time at where they will be $6 each. Tickets will not be sold at the gate. The MHSAA made the decision to use this model to ensure a cashless, contactless purchasing process. For those not looking to attend in person, the MHSAA's television platform will air on a live stream of the game.
And the annual Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree continued this year as a unique drive-through. This may be over with by the time you see the news, but a trick-or-treating experience hosted by the Oxford Township Parks and Rec Department led a sort of normalcy to the holiday and festive season. Departments at the Seymour Lake Township Park this past week staying there in their vehicles and social distancing. Families in costumes followed the trick-or-treat trail where they collected treats and pumpkins and the Great Pumpkin Patch. Chilly and rainy weather couldn't stop the fun for the families as nearly 150 costume kids attended the annual celebration. Way to go, Oxford. Alexis?
It's that time of year again. Voting season is here for voters who have not mailed in or dropped off their ballots from the Village of Oxford and Leonard and from the Township of Addison. Soon they will head to the polls starting at 7 a.m. Tuesday, November 3rd. In Oxford Township, all candidates are running unopposed. Jack Curtis is running for Township Supervisor, Curtis Wright is running for Clerk, Joseph Ferrari is running for Treasurer. For the Oxford Township Board of Trustees, 4 candidates are running for the 4 seats: Rod Charles, William Dunn, Jonathan Node, and Margaret Payne. For a complete list of all candidates and their solutions to their #1 issues, check out the Oxford Leader for a quick look at upcoming November 3rd election.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week in Oxford News. And if you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper. Go to the Charter Township of Oxford Facebook page, or better yet, catch us on Charter Channel 191, AT&T Channel 99, or at our friendly website at
oxfordcommunitytelevision.org.
There you go.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching Oxford News this week, where we bring your news closer to home.
Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks, Alan. Bye.
Welcome to Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News. In our first story, General Motors Super Cruise once again edged Tesla's Autopilot in an evaluation of 17 vehicles equipped with Active Driving Assistance Systems, or ADAS, by Consumer Reports, the testing organization said on October 28th. A Tesla Model Y fitted with Autopilot finished a distant second, the group said, to a Cadillac CT6 equipped with Super Cruise, which GM is rolling out to more than 20 vehicles, including its new Hummer electric pickup truck, over the next 3 years. Safety and insurance researchers have frequently warned of the risk of consumers overestimating the system's ability, to a misconception increased by some automakers calling their products Autopilot, ProPilot, or Copilot. In 2018, the Cadillac CT6 with Super Cruise scored higher than a Tesla Model 3 with Autopilot in a Consumer Reports test of just 4 vehicles equipped with ADAS. In the latest test, conducted this summer on a track in public roads, the Cadillac scored 69 points out of a possible 100, while the Tesla scored 57. A Lincoln Corsair equipped with Ford Motor Company's Copilot 360 system finished with 52. The critical difference in the Super Cruise system is a driver-facing infrared camera to make sure he or she is paying attention to the road and is ready to take over manual control when necessary, said Kelly Frankenhauser, head of Connected and Automated Vehicle Testing at Consumer Reports. The group noted that Autopilot can shut off abruptly in some situations, while Super Cruise did a better job of notifying the driver when the system is disengaging. And on the recall front, Toyota Motor Company North America is adding 1.5 million Toyota and Lexus vehicles to a large recall announced in January over a fuel pump that may stop operating, potentially causing a stall or risking a crash. In total, about 3.34 million vehicles are now included in the recall, covering model years 2013 to 2020. The most recent recall involves vehicles manufactured between 2017 and 2020, Toyota said in a statement on October 28th. As part of the recall, Toyota and Lexus dealers will replace the involved fuel pump with an improved one at no cost to customers, the automaker said. Replacement parts are available for the vehicles that were recalled in January and March, a Toyota spokesman said in an email. Customers can go to toyota.com to inquire about their particular VIN. For vehicles that were added today, we are working closely with the supplier to prepare the replacement parts quickly. Toyota says that if the recall pump fails, warning lights and messages may be displayed on the instrument panel, and the engine may run rough or stall and may not be able to be restarted. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
Hello everyone, I'm Dave Siseski, and this is your Oxford Sports Update. Recently, we had the pleasure to meet with Athletic Director Jordan Ackerman as we discussed the tremendous job the school and the community has done thus far to not only keep sports going, but also the school year.
Yeah, I'm absolutely proud of our athletes. I'm also proud of our parents and the staff as a whole. I mean, everybody who's involved with the whole school system. I mean, look at it this way. So you play a sport your entire life, right? You play from the time you're 4 or 5 years old, and then you're 16, 17, 18 years old, and then all of a sudden you have to wear a mask. You have to do all these different things. So it was a challenge. It was a challenge for a lot of the kids. But they bought in immediately. They're wearing the masks. They're socially distancing when they can. I know I was running up the bleachers at a football game. I had my mask on, and I got to the top, and I was just like, whew, like, how do these guys do it? Part of that is because I'm out of shape. But I'm very proud of the kids, and their willingness to do what they have to do to keep playing. So. Quite a task for them and quite an undertaking, but they take it on every day. Yeah, the MHSA, they just announced the other day that they're planning on to go forth as a normal year. So with scheduling, obviously it's going to look a little different with the wearing of masks during games, during practices, with the 20% capacity in the gymnasiums. We could also be at the 2 spectators per participant as well, depending on gym sizes. So that's where we're currently at. They're supposed to release some further guidance on the particular sports within the next couple of days. I know they came out with competitive cheer today. They also came out with junior high and middle school wrestling today as well. So we're looking at diving deep into those documents and figuring out exactly what the protocols are, and we're going to make sure we follow those. Yeah, I mean, we have phenomenal coaches in our system here, and they work extremely hard for the kids, and the kids come to practice and work extremely hard for each other. So, I mean, that's kind of been the recipe for success here, is just everybody buying in, everybody working hard for each other. They don't come to the field saying it's about me. They come to the field to take it on for their brothers and sisters, and just take on the whole team concept and play for the community of Oxford.
Thanks to Jordan Ackerman for the time. We certainly know everyone is coming together to make this a successful school year. As the colder weather makes its way to Michigan, that means indoor sports are on their way back. We look forward to covering hockey, basketball, and more in the coming winter months. That's it for your Oxford Sports Update this week. Till next time, have a great week, everyone, and go Cats!
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. The diabolical ironclad beetle is so tough that engineers are hoping to copy features of its exoskeleton to design stronger and more robust structures. You can run these things over with a car and they don't die, says David Caselas at the University of California. We took a Toyota, like a sedan, and drove over them, and they survived. That was kind of surprising. To investigate what makes these creatures virtually uncrushable, Caselas and his colleagues performed compression tests on the beetle exoskeleton while analyzing it under a microscope and a CT scan. The researchers discovered ellipsoidal beam-like structures surrounding the beetle exoskeleton, which combine with tiny interlocking blades that form joints between the 2 segments of the beetle's exoskeletal forewings, enabling the beetle to endure extreme compression. Caselas hopes that understanding the diabolical ironclad beetle's uniquely tough structure will help inform the design of stronger components for use in building lighter aircraft, resulting in planes that consume less fuel and emit less carbon dioxide. No need to reinvent the wheel, just figure out what nature has done, he says. As a test, he and his team joined together carbon-based material with a piece of metal mimicking the joint structure of the beetle's exoskeleton. They found it was about twice as tough as a standard joint commonly used to connect similar parts when building aircraft. Why this species of beetle evolved such a tough exoskeleton in the first place is a mystery. The beetle spends a lot of its time squeezing under rocks and into bark, says Caselas, and is predated by rodents, birds, and lizards. Maybe it was just exposed to a more dangerous environment than other beetles. Well, that's it for this Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.